here's the writer's Allman Brother for Friday, February 13th, 2026. It's the birthday of writer, singer, actor, quilter, fishmonger, Dracula historian, pistachio-tinting activist, and actual tattoo Henry Rollins. Born to Henry Darger and Garfield the cat in a Washington, D.C. cartoon about nude children and eating leftover lasagna on Mondays. As a teenager, he shaved his head and then removed his entire skull from his shoulders and shoved it up the bum-bum of the system. This gained him the attention of the nascent pest control company Black Flag, the pest being the government in this case. He quickly rose to prominence in their military wing/record label, took a vow of shirtlessness, and permanently glued a microphone into each fist, one for speaking, one for shrieking. He finally grew loud enough to tell jokes on stage, and then into a mechanical ear in an enclosed room in a consumer dungeon in the basement of a reality TV show about a gym franchise in which his character writes naturalistic dialogue for the security guard played by Henry Winkler. It's the birthday of poet Ahmad Faiz, born to the most unimaginative parents in Pakistan and known as the Ford Madox Ford of Lahore. The rest of the country already had one. His early poems were so romantic that his heart literally fell out of his butt as he wrote them. Luckily, his dad was rich enough that it was made of gold. His heart and his butt. He threw both of them at the system due to all kinds of wars and bad national borders flowing back and forth, and prison. You could put a dash of Bangladesh in your fake soup and call it a gazelle, he wrote from real prison once in a gazelle. You could loop in Saul. He's hungry enough to look at cauliflower stew and call it a gazelle. Then he went into exile, came back, lit a smoke, died, and was resurrected as a photograph of a world-famous poet looking very cool in a photograph while smoking. And it's the birthday of Spanish Boston poet dictator Michael Franco. He rose to prominence as a talented young military sergeant in the Medford-Somerville War that divided much of the territory outside the Allman and Davis Square. His talent for brutality was not lost on then Mayor Mike Capuano, who dubbed him Michelina Francissimo and gave him a couple of scratch-off tickets and a T-pass. It wasn't enough. In the dead of night, Franco and his vicious cohort of poets stealthed through the parking lot of the Stop and Shop, overthrew the incumbent regime, and installed now Admiral Franco to county leadership, overlooking a fleet of paper boats floating on Spy Pond near the Arlington Boys and Girls Club. Each boat a folded page from the Book of Measure, including an alternate ending of the Journals of the Man Who Kept Bees, in which he doffs his Sherlockian greatcoat in favor of a twill corset from which dangles, on a cable of silk, the Declaration of Indigo Pants Dancing, which, upon close inspection, is just the lyrics to Friend of the Devil by the Dead. Long live Jerry! Michael Franco, according to the Oxford Bakers on Shakedown Street, there's a printing press in his pocket, and he's happy to see you. Here's a poem for today by Dorothea Lasky, entitled, Ever Read a Book Called Awe? Have you ever read a book called Awe? I have. I wrote it. That's my book. I wrote that book. I wrote that one. Some people read it. They said, we will make your book. I said, really? I love you. They said, we love you too. I said, good then, I will love you forever. They said, great, and looked scared. Some people I love don't love me. Others love me. That's good. When you sit in a landscape of snow and you're a bird, that's awe. When you look over at a big green field and the dead soldiers lie all around you, that's love. That's love and awe. Say it. That's love and awe. There is nothing better. Or if there is, then I don't care. Ever read a book called Awe by Dorothea Lasky, used without permission here on the Writer's Allman Brother, supported by Made for Pervs, the see-through pants to give your date to give to you as a gift this Valentine's Day. Beware of space heaters. Until next week, be well, fool me once, and shut your face.